What's good, world? It's your boy 100, straight from aquasilence.com. We giving you the best and unbiased news, media, and entertainment. Go ahead and introduce yourself. I don't know if you still signed or not. If you are, who you signed to, or give a little background of who you work with and who you're affiliated with.
Okay, shit, this your boy Wes Fif, man, from Orlando, Florida. What you referring to is probably the slip and slide situation. I was signed to slip and slide for about 6, 7 months back in 2007, but that shit is done with. So right now I'm just on that independent shit with my own label called Street Smart Music. A lot of people might have heard a record called Haters Everywhere. That shit was also around 2007 with a cat named B.O.B. from Atlanta. That shit was on the Step Up 2 soundtrack. In rotation in a few markets or whatever. Like, it was pretty big record, but it didn't, you know what I'm saying, it didn't do what a lot of people thought it was gonna do. There was a lot of technicalities behind that shit. Other than that, I fuck with affiliated with a few people, but other than that, man, I'm just trying to make my own little movie.
Orlando was different. I visited Orlando a few times, and it has kind of its own different look and feel and even type of people there than the rest of Florida. Kind of like how Houston is so different from the rest of Texas. And you know how music seems to gravitate from region to region through time. Do you feel like it's now time for it to move back towards, the movement in Orlando?
I mean, I really can't call it, man, cause like, you know how funny the game is, man. I ain't really seen the city just grab hold onto the shit. If it was cause of envy, niggas envying, or niggas want to be bigger than the next nigga, that kind of put a halt to that shit. But I think right now, man, I think it's going away from the regional shit. You feel me? Cause it went from New York to LA to Atlanta. I think city-wise, it ain't gonna be like that no more. I think as a whole, the South not finna let go of the shit. But really, I'm just a Southern nigga, bro. So as long as it's some South shit.
I feel you. And actually, on the whole thing about when it was in Texas, we all had that feeling. Well, man, Houston finna finally do something. And really, when everybody got signed to the big major corporate labels, that's when it slowed down more because they started cutting out who can work with who, and then that made people start beefing because they felt like they weren't putting their mans on like they supposed to. So that made everyone really gravitate more back towards the independent thing. So really, I feel exactly what you're saying. It might not even be citywide, because when you get citywide like that, that's when the corporate structure of the music game starts fucking it up.
Right now, they can't. They like, a lot of niggas don't really understand how the shit work as far as the game go. You can do that. They came up rapping in the hood, and it wasn't nothing for you to go down the street and get on the record with your homeboy. And they don't too much understand how it go once you go into that. This shit, like, I look at it like this, man. It's like getting married. Like, when you a nigga, and you can run around and fuck whoever you want to fuck and all that, and just do what you want to do. But then when you get married, nigga, you can't do that no more. I love my city, so like right now, where I'm niggas feel like I'm on the edge. So once I'm trying to fuck with everybody I can right now. Once I get to that point, I can't do shit unless you want me to breach my paperwork.
And you got a real good perspective of the industry. I like that, man. That's one thing that I think is really working in your favor, because you already got the structure down. You got the between the line stuff that a lot of people who may be talented artists don't even know until they get too far deep and get screwed over. So that's something good that you got, and I'm sure the people around you will help keeping you focused on that side of things. I just got finished checking out your track, I'm Telling You, and I also went to your MySpace and I was jamming on In My Zone. I instantly just connected with you because you got a sound that's just like, the original down south sound, like riding music.
Right.
That's what we raised on out here. And I just want to ask you, how, from a fan who maybe hasn't heard you yet, how would you like to be classified as an artist?
To me, like I told you before, bro, I fuck, as long as it's the South, I fuck with it. Like, you got a lot of niggas that might talk down on the dance records and the kiddie shit, but to me, I believe all this shit has a place. For me personally, like, I like to think I make the shit that I came up on. You feel me? Like, that made me feel the shit that made me feel how that shit used to make me feel. Like, we be sitting in the yo sometimes now and just fucking around on the YouTube or something, and going back watching old videos. It's songs you can play, nigga, that put you exactly where you were at that time. First of all, I want to make some shit that I would listen to, because I'm a tough critic. You feel me? So my whole thing, like you said, man, is write the music, just try to put you in a place of vote some shit. Like, I won't never do no shit just to do it or just because it's hot. You feel me?
All right, on a deeper note, I'm probably late with this because it happened a while back, but I was, doing some research, checking out some more information about you, whatever, and what came up was a video, and it kind of
Right.
took me, man, about the news thing with Local Six in Orlando.
Right.
It was for people who don't know, it was almost like with their little segment, they were trying to boycott your music, saying that the song "Get It in Orlando," you guys was on there bragging about murders and stuff when you rapping about Pine Hills.
Right.
And to quote
Right.
the reporter, he said, actually, it places a picture of Orlando as being a place where criminal activity runs rampant and drug and crimes are prevalent. And when I heard him say that, I really couldn't do nothing more but first be pissed off and secondly laugh. Like, for real, bro, name one city, one American city where crime is not prevalent. Or
Right.
or is there actually a city ever where there has never been drug trafficking or any criminal activity? I just really want to ask you, like, how did you take that when it came out?
I
Because
mean, to be honest, like, and to go off what that quote, if you go back and listen to the quote, right after he said that, he went on to say, even though Orlando's had record record murder rates in the last few years, like listen to what you're saying, like how you gonna say I'm trying to paint such and such picture, then y'all niggas go and confirm what you think we were talking about,
Right.
And show murder scenes and all this shit on the segment. But to me, man, like I remember that day. It wasn't too long ago, actually, like a month or two ago. We put that out. I was out of town on business, and I had just woke up from a nap, and my dog called me and said, "Man, check this shit out, man." He played it for me over the phone. He was like, "Man, I'm finna put this shit on YouTube so you can see it." So what the fuck we were talking about? If I sat him down and told him, first of all, we were just having fun. That's number one. But my whole thing about it is a lot of people, if you're not from Florida or you never been here to visit and like really go around the city outside of the tourist shit, if you never did that before, then you might be unaware. You feel me? Like that's just like if I went to the H and I ain't do shit but go to Galleria and go to 2 clubs and went back to my room. I wouldn't know what's going on the north side. It was real simple. Like this shit like anywhere else. It happened everywhere else. This shit happened here. That's all we were saying. It took a little part I said at the end and dissected that shit and made it something else. Because I said watch the news before you leave your hotel room. So they took that shit and I'm threatening tourists. Yeah, like I told you though, bro. I mean, like I can't make this kind of shit up. You feel me? Like,
Right.
You check any kind of crime report for the last 5 years, and we've been in the top 15 each time. Like I didn't do that shit myself.
Right.
What happened? I'm just telling you what happened. You feel me? And it kind of blew me because they talking about threatening tourists and all that shit, but. I'm also smart enough to understand that all these buildings we got downtown and all this shit we got to make our city wouldn't be there if it wasn't for them tourists coming spending.
True.
So why would I do that?
I mean, what they fail to realize is in any city where there's some sort of hood, some sort of a projects or a ghetto, you have to have some sort of G-pads to make it past. That's you gonna have your places where tourists are free to roam. You're gonna have places where you're safe even if you're not from around there. But there are some places where you may be approached, you may be looked at funny, or something could happen if you're not allowed to be in that situation. And for a rapper, what rappers do is express themselves, in their emotions and their thoughts and feelings on their records. And pretty much what that boils down to is I'm a product of my environment. This is how I feel about where I live. So if I live in a place where there's crime and drugs and I'm talking about crime and drugs, I'm just a messenger of where I'm living. That I just
no different than what they doing.
Yeah, straight up.
What y'all doing?